Hello, welcome back. I'm Darcy Darkness. This is Confessions from the Dark Side. How are you on this wonderful community? And it's Confessions from the Cranky side. I literally just got an article that's shown up showing new artwork for The Crow, funnily enough, and I've just finished editing the rant that I did a couple of days ago about the other new articles. Disclaimer out the way first. We are full of so much adult content that some of you may think this isn't necessary and some of you may think this isn't needed. If you are one of those people, then thanks for checking us out, but I'll say this only once. If you can't stand the heat, then get the fuck out of my kitchen now. For everyone else who likes what we have here than regular scheduled programming. We'll continue, shall we? Get started. Are we ready? So what are we covering today? Right, I just finished a rant about The Crow and all the crap that's been coming out in the past week because we're now literally getting into like the last 6 weeks before the movie will actually be released. So they've now released new artwork. And now, as I keep saying, new trailers, new artwork, new everything. There's a lot of stuff being thrown at this and they've already started the promo for it already. So it says CBR. The Crow poster reveals new look at Bill Skarsgård as Eric. I sound very, very impressed and very, very excited, don't I? The release of The Crow is drawing closer and a new official poster hypes its summer premiere set to arrive in theatres on August 23rd. The movie will introduce Bill Skarsgård as Eric and the poster reveals a new look at the character. I wonder fucking why, because people keep saying he looks like the Joker from Suicide Squad. The poster hypes the release date along with a unique image of Skarsgård's Eric. Well, it's basically him with his arms out and his jacket that is not really like the original trench coat, but his arms are out, but it's like the wings of a crow type raven with him with no top on, the tattoos, trying to look scary, but he looks like he's constipated. Yeah, and they've taken away most of the kind of makeup, the kind of whitish look face, and that's really about it. So let's see. The poster hypes release a date along with a unique image of Skarsgård's Eric. He appears to be taking flight with wings made up of a large murder of crows. Many of his tattoos are on full display, highlighting how this version of the character derived from the original comic book by James O'Barr will be a more modern depiction. Again, not impressed. The look of pure anger on Eric's face also hints at the bloody revenge he'll be carrying out in the film. Again, it looks closer to John Wick, but hey. And I love John Wick, but it's going to be John Wick with him, and he's already been in a John Wick film. And it's just weird because there's violence, and there's violence, and there's violence for revenge. And we already have a John Wick, and his name is Keanu fucking Reeves. The guy who's doing it, Rupert Saunders, who brought us that terrible movie, Snow White and the Huntsman, amongst other movies that he's did, thinks that by making things incredibly violent, it's going to depict a 21st century story of a 20th century book that was created on the big screen with Brandon Lee, which has a cult following, and most people who love the original are not going to roll over for Bill Skarsgård, believe it or not. So it goes, the film was directed again by Rupert Saunders with the screenplay written by Zach Balin and William Schneider, along with Skarsgård as Eric, FK Twigs, who I've never heard of ever, I don't even recognise her, also starred as Shelley, the love of his life who gets murdered alongside him by cold-blooded killers. Now, they've already said it's Shelley's shady past that catches up with her, so she gets them killed. But he comes back to avenge her death because that makes sense. Because it would be a vicious circle of coming back constantly to rewrite the wrongs and all that shit, but hey. Following their deaths, Eric is resurrected by a mysterious crow, allowing him to carry out his revenge. The Crow is expected to be more violent than the 1994 adaptation because violence sells. Adaptation starring Brandon Lee, and Sanders has said this because the film wasn't developed as a traditional studio movie. He keeps going on about this indie fucking scrappy movie. The original is an indie scrappy movie. Shut the fuck up, Sanders, or Saunders, or whatever the fuck your name is. After, I think, the Bill coming out saying he didn't like the ending and a bunch of other things about the story and how the actual original adaptation of the book to a 1994 movie and the adaptation from people who have been writing it for the past 12 years and not liking what Rupert has done to the movie. Shock horror. People don't like what he's doing. This is what makes me laugh. That they don't like what he's doing, so they're trying to repair everything by throwing everything at it. There's nothing to do with Hollywood in this movie at all, Sanders explains in a recent interview to Empire. Yes, and you're not even on the cover. That's how great they think the movie is that they've put fucking Lord of the Rings on the cover. It's very scrappy indie movie, allowing us to remain close to the centre of the darkness and the violence that's in the graphic novel. Like I said, there's a few scenes that I've seen that match up with similar images in the movie, in the book to the movie, but they've still changed them. The adaptation's still different again. It's the only reason we could do that. It's not a studio movie, apparently. Because the 1994 adaptation is so beloved, there has been a lot of trepidation among fans about the new version getting made. No shit. The belief is that the reimagining the story with a new actor does a disservice of the memory of Brandon Lee. Yes, it does. Acknowledging the terrible tragedy on the set in 1994 film that caused Lee's death, Sanders said the hope is to make the late actor proud. Not by you making it, you dafty. You're straight. Brandon was an original voice, and I think he will always be synonymous with The Crow, and I hope he's proud of what we've done and how we've brought the story back again. He told Vanity Fair, "Suck my cock." That's how I feel. His soul is very much alive in this film. No, you're wanting his legacy to be part of this film because you can't fucking generate your own hype because you suck. There's a real fragility and beauty to this version of The Crow. Is it really? Because it looks like you've just taken amalgamation of a bunch of other movies and then just tried to fucking rip it off as The Crow, but however. And I think Bill feels like he is a successor to that. He admitted he doesn't like the fucking ending. I don't think he wants to be the fucking successor. Rupert, stop putting words in his mouth. The Crow released in theatres on August the 23rd in 2024 through Lionsgate. Well done, Lionsgate. So, what do you think? Have you seen the new artwork? Do you like the poster? Do you think that they're trying to cover themselves because they know fine well that the movie may tank? It sounds like it's going to tank. They seem to be throwing everything at it so some shit stick. Do I feel sorry for Bill Skarsgård? Yes, I do actually, because he's an actor doing a job. But he's came out and said that he doesn't, one, like the ending, and he seems to not be very happy about the franchise part of it because all the movies have been different movies in the universe with this kind of same concept of wrongdoings come back and rewrite the wrongs that have been done, like a karmic effect type thing. Once the one film be over, even if they did maybe some flashbacks to his movie or something like that, his version of The Crow, that would probably tie in with it. I don't actually think, I think Bill would do one and that's it. If he's brought back for a second one, I think the second one will definitely tank. If they keep Rupert on, well, I don't think it's going to do anything great. I really am dreading and cringing it all at the once. August 24th is not that fucking far away, and it's counting down to all these wee dafties that are going to keep going on about how this movie is awesome. I'm going to have so much eye rolls, I'm going to end up fucking, my eyes are going to end up the wrong way round at this rate because of all the eye rolling at people thinking they know what they're talking about and they're not. As I always go on about, this is our podcast and this is our opinion, but The Crow is, again, being alternative and being a goth myself, I don't hold much hope in the movie being a success. And Rupert Sanders was using a already cult following and cult fans of a movie that's 30 years old. He's brought it out, the 30th anniversary, and he says he wants us to be proud when you're wanting to strike while the iron is hot because people are buying into all the stuff for the 30th anniversary and hoping that they will go to the cinema and obviously treat the movie as some sort of shrine and some sort of like candle to Brandon Lee. And we all know that that's not going to happen. The fans have already spoken. The fans have already made themselves fucking clear that they're not happy about this. I am, again, not surprised that the movie will tank. And it being pushed back just shows, they say they blamed it on Bill for having a job. This is what annoyed me. They blamed it on Bill for having a fucking job, doing his job, being an actor and being in fucking movies. That's not his fault that movies are coming out. It's like people don't do that for Austin Butler or Zendaya or Tom Holland or anybody who's in lots of movies. Again, Margot Robbie. They don't fucking moan at them being in loads of fucking movies and doing their fucking job, but Bill's had his movies fucking put back, which is disgraceful. And that's what I always say. I'm not having a go at fucking Bill. He's only doing a job. I'm going on about the situation around the movie and how the director and the writers and stuff are like saying that they're not trying to milk the original fans and try and pull the wool over the original fans' eyes when they did, then we're not fucking stupid. Maybe you seem to want to call your viewers and your audience stupid, Rupert, but we're not. Are you going to see the new Crow? Are you looking forward to the new Crow? Please let us know in the comments below. If you like content like this, remember to go check us out on Confessions from the Darkside social media platforms, which is X, Twatter, as we like to call it here, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Buzzsprout. Let us know what you think on our social medias, and let's get chatting about this topic, all the topics, and let's grow our community and spread out awesome the horror community actually is. If you want to get to know us as individuals, then you can check us out in our links below. I am Darcy Darkness, and my channel is called Behind the Mash Reviews. I have a YouTube, an Instagram, a Twitch, and I don't use my cook. Luna has a YouTube, a Twitch, and an Instagram, and if you need to reach out to us at any point, confessionsfromthedarkside@gmail.com, which is the channel's Gmail, and the Gmails for both myself and Lunar are behindthemashReviews@gmail.com. Yes, the weird ass spelling, but it's on these videos, and you know the spelling by now. And Luna is lunarxrising@gmail.com, and that was Confessions from the Cranky Sides presents July Part 2, The Crow Reboot, News, Updates. I'm Darcy Darkness, and this is Confessions from the Dark Side, and I will see you next time. Later.